is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto.
Most likely, if you're like I am, when you look around you in life, you oftentimes see those people around you who you would call an inspiration. And we probably mean that because they encourage us. They, through their trouble and trials and difficulties in life, oftentimes they stand strong in spite of those things, and therefore they become our inspiration. You know, it's also the case that we too ought to be inspirations to those around about us, and for similar or maybe even the very same reasons. That is, that when we do struggle, when we have to fall upon those things that are very difficult to do, when we put our faith in God and lean on Him and stand strong, we too become their inspirations. But you know, especially when it comes to the family and the home, we ought to be the most inspirational people, as parents particularly, to our children, those that they ever know. And what I mean by that is this. The Bible tells us, for example, in 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16 beginning, that all Scripture is given by the inspiration of God, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, instruction in righteousness. Verse 17 tells us why. He says, in that the man of God might be perfect or thoroughly furnished unto all good works. Now I want to key on that word inspiration as it's used biblically, because there in 2 Timothy 3 and verse 16 it's used in light of the word that means God breathed. It's not that God breathed life into the Scriptures, it's literally that the breath of God brought the Scriptures unto men. And so I think in that same way we ought to be careful, because we ought to understand that the best way to be an inspiration to anyone around us is with our words. And so it's my prayer today that you find your fortunes in faith as that you allow yourselves to inspire someone, not just with your actions, those are important, not just with how you stand in trial, but the encouraging words that you give them and you inspire them with those words.